All right, I'm live, and I'm just finalizing. I'm gonna make some Christmas-y cocktails. Let me see. Well, I'm gonna go classic brandy, Alexander. Oh, I think I forgot one thing. I have to get out of the fridge. Very absent-minded of me, namely cream. Alrighty. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna duck out and get some cream. Oh, and I forgot the bloody nutmeg to grate over the top as well. Okay, two things I have to go out and get, so I don't know. Just, I'll be back. Do you want me to make you a brandy, Alexander? Yeah. Now or later? All right, I'm back. Hello, Strictly Sega. Yes, I did leave the room empty. I forgot to get stuff I needed, but I got that now. So, now where's my brandy? My Christmas brandy. Ooh, I have to open it. I haven't breached the seal on this. Let me sit down for a sec. While I do that, yes. All right, my UFoods text arrived. They're all creamy. It's all. I don't think Christmas cocktails necessarily have to be creamy, but I think that's pretty traditional. So these are all going to be creamy cocktails. A few different base spirits in them. In fact, it's one brandy, one whiskey, one rum. And different sorts of cream. Some are having actual cream and some are having Advocat liqueur as the creamy element. All right. Oh gosh, that's the oldie. If the chemistry is right. Mondo Rock. Very big when I was in high school. Good old Ross Wilson, who first rose to fame in Daddy Cool. Probably more famous in Mondo Rock, actually. All right, finally got enough of the wax off to open the bottle. All right. Christmas brandy. Ahoy, this stuff's so good. You saw Ross. You must be getting on in years now. Now I want to look him up. Ross Wilson. Musician. 47. Like born 1947. So he's 75. Okay, so I'm going to make Mrs. Angry Brandy Alexander to start with. Got brandy, we've got cream, we've got sherry. Right, what am I doing? I'm going to make it first. This camera here. Okay. And this camera here. Okay, so we gotta shake it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to rinse this between cocktails. It's gonna get very messy because of le cream. But I don't forget that creme de cacao. It's white creme de cacao. Sherry cream. All right. Like I literally only thought of this afternoon that I'm going to make 3 creamy cocktails, Christmas themed. Okay. Okay, liquor.com. Brandy Alexander. I just want the ratios they suggest. All right. Hello, Hannah. Starwood Nova single malt has been acquired. Nice. First choice had it. That's a good price for it. That is a good price for it. It's often around $110, so you're done good. Right, so getting this stuff ready. Do I want to do talkies first? Or makies? Fuck it. I'll do makies. These are technical terms, by the way. Talkies and makies. It's what Martin Scorsese says he's doing when he makes films. All right. A little bit. Let's do that a little bit down. There we go. A little bit down. All right. Let's do this. That's great. Man, this brandy smells so good as soon as I opened it. It's incredible. Okay. Let's start recording. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this a bit bigger. That's what she said. Just to make sure it fills the glass. It's just what I'm in the mood to do. 1/2 ounce cream. 1 ounce of brandy. Okay. Should be tweening that off. Okay, so do this in the Nick and Nora glass because it looks nice. So first drink of the night, not even for me, it's for Mrs. Angry. Ooh, that's already starting to curdle. Time to shake it like a Polaroid picture. Okay, that's all going. Oh, there we go. Good job, that man. That's good. Oh, and there you go. Made a big one. Sounds a bit rude. Put lots of nutmeg on there. Ooh, okay. Okay, so that's the makey bit, and I need to go and get another battery for my GoPro. It's gonna give me shit. Alright, now I gotta do the talky bit. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right. Okay. Okay, I think actually, just to move over here a little bit. Oh, just wiggle it just a little bit. G'day cocktail lovers, I've decided to do a creamy Christmas cocktail creation extravaganza, and I was only going to do one of these creamy Christmas cocktails, but I thought, why not do a bunch of them? I'm inspired. And I'm going to start with one of the all-time classics, the Brandy Alexander, but with a twist. Your basic Brandy Alexander recipe is pretty simple. Brandy, a chocolate liqueur, and cream. But you can mess around with that. A lot of people do half dark creme to cacao and white creme to cacao. And I saw a few other variations, and one of which inspired me to put a bit of sherry. So I'm going to replace the dark creme de cacao with sherry and still use some white creme de cacao. But what's also going to make this one extra special is this brandy. This is from a local-ish distillery, Bass and Flinders. They're about an hour's drive away from me. They just released this at Christmas. Their spiced Christmas brandy. It's incredible. Like, you get all these Christmas releases and a lot of them are rubbish. This is amazing. I got 2 bottles of it, so hopefully it lasts till next Christmas. I bought 2 last Christmases and it lasted me just until this came out. So this makes a killer old-fashioned, makes a really good Brandy Alexander. And so with those little special elements, let's go on and make a Brandy Alexander. We make it like this. I'll also do a talky bit for a short. G'day, cocktail lovers. An all-time classic Christmassy cocktail is the Brandy Alexander. Easy to make and it tastes great. That tastes fantastic. I'm making it with a twist. We do it like this. In a shaker, we put 1 ounce or 30 mils of cream. We do that first. The other ingredients will wash cream out of the jigger. Next, I'm doing 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of brandy. Then I'm doing 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of white creme de cacao. Then I'm doing 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of white creme de cacao and 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of sherry. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for at least 15 to 20 seconds because you really want that cream to integrate with the other elements. Then strain that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass and grate some fresh nutmeg over the top. It's really hard to go past a Brandy Alexander. Great Christmas drink. Enjoy yourself. Cheers. Car going past. So here's my first creamy Christmas cocktail, the Brandy Alexander, and honestly, there's a reason people have been making Alexander-style cocktails for well over a century. Really simple and really tasty. Starting with a winner, and now let's make another creamy Christmas cocktail. Okie doke. Bit of extra, I can chop this up. Oh, there's only a little bit. I thought it was more than that. Pocket. I'm going to take this out to Mrs. Angry. Switch a few things off. Switch that off. Okay. I'll change that battery too. All right, give me a minute and I'll be back. Hey, Justin, by the way. Actually, you know what? I might put some elevator music on. I'm going to be gone for maybe 2 minutes. Use the technical term stabby at work. Yeah, I can see that working. Do some elevator music. Dance pop. Right, what was I doing? I got confused. No, I was doing something. I was rinsing. Because it's dirty. All right, about 2 minutes. I'll be back. Yeah. Alright. Got some things I needed. Oh, I need a cloth. I'm making a mess already. Alright, I've got to go get a cloth. I'll be back. Alright. Goodness me. Don't know if the turn that down. There we go. Don't know. Okay. What are we doing? Okay. I might do the whiskey one next, seeing I've got whiskey sitting just here. Brogan's Way whiskey. There we go. Just a little obsession with getting the wax off it. I've done it now. Strangely satisfying. Okay, so Christmas brandy away with you. Honestly, I have saw it here tonight or tomorrow night. What was I going to do? Okay. Let's go. Difford's Guide. Difford's Guide, home for selling drinkers. What was it called? Oh, it's called Whiskey Butter. And there's no butter in it. Another sherry one. Okay. So for this one, we want Advocat. So we shall start. I'll shake the Advocat a little bit. A bit old. Let's put some Advocat in there. Oh, Eddie Custby goodness. Sherry, whiskey, yellow chartreuse. Got to put this away. Und get the yellow chartreuse out. Because this is a bar of sophistication. Oh, we have your also. Do I have the peated? Yes, Talisk is here. Okay. Peated Scotch. Actually, what am I doing? I'm just gonna do this. Okay. I forgot to do a photo of the other one. I have to try and remember to do a photo of this one. I guess I only have to remember a photo of one. Whiskey butter, so blended Scotch, Pinot Sherry, yellow chartreuse. How many ounces is that? 1, 2, 3, 3.5 ounces. It's a decent size. I'm going to put it in a coupe. Let's put it in a coupe. I will chill the coupe while we're doing this. And I need some more ice after this as well. My first actual drink of the night. Alright, do that. And that. And that. That there. Okay, we're getting. Oh, right, yes. Have to change batteries because this one's about to run out. Okay. Yes, I know the music's still playing, Justin. It's on purpose. But thank you for bringing it to my attention. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's do this. Turn these on. How's that going? All right. Let's get everything ready. Get ready, cause here I come now. Get ready, cause here I come. Okay. There's my 1/4 of an ounce yellow chartreuse. Okay, so ready? Let's go. Going to make this. Shot of sherry. Yellow chartreuse. Okay, so that's that. Must have a bit of a drama there. Oh, I still need that. Okay, cool. You're going here, cool. I'm sure it's plenty of ice. Let's make sure that glass is in a good place. Yeah, that's good. Never made me feel the way that you. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Now, let me. I believe I did not record that. Fucking dickhead. Fucking dickhead. Shit. Now, that glass is dirty. I have to put it in a different glass. Fucking dickhead. Do my other ignore, really? What a tool fool. A little bit more in there. Fuck it. Gonna have extra Peter Scotch in it. Yeah, it's a wash line. It's better glass as well. So, little dribble of. Okay. Fuck's sake. Okay. Now we're getting ready. Hey, Dr. Jones, by the way. Okay, now. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. That will do. That will do. Okay. Fuck, that's a lot of fucking around. Now, let's do this, and then I'm going to sit down. All right, let's do the talky bits. Right, that's ready. And we're off to the races. Creamy cocktail number 2 is called a whiskey butter, but there's no butter in it. There is whiskey. In fact, I'm using a rather special one. This is my newest whiskey that I just got from a local distillery, Brogan's Way. Now, they do gin as a rule. They do exceptional gins and they're very creative. This is their first ever whiskey, so I had to get it. They call it 61 North. The interesting thing about this, a lot of Australian whiskies are aged in ex-wine barrels. This one was finished in a barrel that had been used to age orange curacao. So it has some very interesting light orange flavors in there as well. It's just a real taste treat. It's like definitely whiskey when you taste it, but it's quite different to a lot of whiskies. And I thought that little orange note, that's a Christmassy vibe to me. The English have a big thing with oranges at Christmas, I think, not so much in Australia. So that's the main whiskey I'm going to use. The creamy element in this one is Advocaat, and it's going to have just the teeniest bit of a peated whiskey as a float on top. It's called the whiskey butter, and we make it like this. G'day, cocktail lovers. Tongue-tied. G'day, cocktail lovers. This Christmassy treat is called a whiskey butter. There's no butter, but there is whiskey, and there's Advocaat for the creaminess. And taste-wise, wow, this is really nice. This is how we make it. In a shaker, we put 3/4 of an ounce, about 22.5 mils of Advocaat, and the rest of the ingredients will wash the residual Advocaat out of this. We're putting in Advocaat first, and the rest of the ingredients will kind of wash the residual Advocaat out of the jigger, starting with 22.5 mils, 3/4 of an ounce of Advocaat. Then we're adding 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of the whiskey of your choice. Then 1 ounce or 30 mils of sherry. Follow that with 1/4 of an ounce, about 7.5 mils of yellow chartreuse. Then we add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for at least 15 or 20 seconds to make sure the Advocaat's integrated with all the other ingredients. And then we strain that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. And then as a finishing touch, put the tiniest amount, less than half a bar spoon of peated whiskey floated on top. Some great ingredients in here that go well together, and that little waft of the peated whiskey is a nice touch. I recommend you try it for Christmas, the whiskey butter. So this is our second Christmassy cocktail, the whiskey butter, and rather exotic ingredients, but they do go well together. And just that tiny bit of peated whiskey, it's just that little note. It's almost like an open fireplace is wafting just little bits of smoke towards you and making it just that much more interesting a drink. Dare I say, it's a bit of a grown-up one, even though it's creamy. And I think you'll like it if you try it. So definitely give the whiskey butter a go. And now we'll get on to our third creamy Christmas cocktail. Okay, now I'm going to fucking sit down. I'm stressing myself out so much. Oof, I'm all sweaty Betty spaghetti. I'm trying to remember if the third one I was going to make uses cream or Advocaat. If I'm not using cream, I should put it back in the fridge. Oof, just gotta sit down, man. Gotta sit down. Chill out. Oof, I'll switch a few things off even. Oh wow, I really should change the batteries on the audio recorder too. Little task for me. Alright, switch that off. So the lighting is a bit more gentle and moody and intimate. Let's get a bit intimate. What are we doing? Got new batteries in the drawer here. Oh yeah, Nick and Nora. I forget the original reference for that, but it's a type of glass. Nick drinks like a fish in those movies. All right, now get new batteries. So first, take out these batteries. Wait, where did that go? Like it didn't hit the floor and I couldn't see it. I kind of caught it between my knees and didn't see it. Come here, battery. Oof. Because this audio recorder just uses AA batteries, so I use rechargeable batteries, which I think is better environmentally. Who the fuck knows with production techniques? Now, to make sure these ones are charged. Checking, switching on, loading. Yes, those ones were charged. Would have been slightly miffed if I changed batteries to other flat batteries. Okay, rock and roll. Ultimate cocktail mystery movie. Nice, The Thin Man. Good Lord, were there really The Thin Man, after The Thin Man, another Thin Man, Shadow of the Thin Man, Thin Man Goes Home, Song of the Thin Man. Holy crap, they really went for that. I had no idea. There you go. That's fucking yummy. Yum. What was the other one? Oh, the mincemeat pie. What's in that? No, actually. That's a different one. That's a rummy one. A White Christmas. Coffee. Cream. Yes. Okay. That's like a Christmassy White Russian, except anyone knows me knows I'm not going to use vodka. Fuck that. I'll use white rum. Prohibition was the 20s into the early 30s, I think. But, you know, Prohibition years 20 to 33. So there you go. Those Thin Man movies came out just after Prohibition. Oh, that is fucking tasty. When you're making these really sweet cocktails tonight, I'll get the diabetes. Yes. Prohibition from 1920 to 1933. It's wild that it lasted as long as it did because it was a terrible idea. Hey, Safa. Much as drug prohibition, all prohibition did was entrench organized crime in America and make them ridiculously rich. Same as the prohibition of drugs just made criminals rich and endangered people. Prohibition doesn't work. Well, yeah, they did call it the Roaring Twenties, but mind you, I mean, basically, if someone wanted to drink alcohol in the US, they did, and prohibition was only in the US. Guess what did you have for dinner, Saf? I had. I actually was taste testing some some special roasting potatoes from the supermarket. It was a new product, and I was just going like, I wonder if they'd go well with a Christmas dinner. So I just taste tested them. So we had this farewell thing. It's like in my department, 16 people leaving because of this restructure. A bunch of people took a package, as they say. I didn't, although I did have to apply for my own job. Fortunately, I got it, so I still have a job. But yeah, 16 people took the opportunity to actually leave, take a package. But we had a really full-on catered morning tea. I ate so fucking much. Which is why for dinner all I had was a couple of potatoes, which is still, it's not healthy, is it? Just having a couple of potatoes for dinner. Not claiming to be healthy. But it was science. I was testing. Actually, the one thing they didn't have was sandwiches. There were lots of like really good quality sweetie stuff. Your various, slices and biscuits and whatnot. Very, very good fruit selection and some hot stuff. And they catered for vegetarians very well. There was even some gluten-free stuff, catering for folks with intolerances. But it was all very yummy, and there was a lot of it. So I didn't have breakfast or lunch. I just had this morning tea, and hot damn, I'm still kind of full, honestly. Tim Smith, that was my first drink, Safa, so I'm not really Tim Smithed. I mean, if you breathalyzed me right now, I might possibly be above the legal limit. What have thought Matthew Guy's only in the news for being a fucking loser, honestly. Justin, that's a public service. That was a budget thing for the state government. It's like apparently during COVID, the public service grew a lot and they needed to do some budget cuts. And my area was in the first round. That was only the first round. There's more to happen next year in other departments. But I survived. I have a new job and I will have a minion. Lunchies, chunky meat pie. Oh, hell. Living your best life. Strictly Sega. Meat pie followed by vanilla slice. Oh, gosh. Since the vanilla slice shop in Sorrento, everything feels like... Man, I've been thinking, I want to go back to this Sebi's Scrolls place that's just like got super famous in Melbourne during lockdown. And I've been good and haven't had them for ages. They do a cinnamon scroll with a creamy stuff on it and a Vegemite scroll, and they're both fucking exceptional. I might even get them tomorrow. Haven't had them for ages. You had a big storm. Again, it missed me. It did rain. Yeah, Safra, the new job is basically the same as my old job, except I'm like management now. I'm going to have someone reporting to me. So I make them do all the work. I just plan all the work. And I make them do all the work. Whereas previously it was me doing all the work. So I guess technically it's quite a different job. But in the same area doing the same stuff. I will just end up with a minion who will do my bidding. So, yeah. Yeah, no, it's just different work. There's no way it's less work. There's going to be more pressure on me to provide guidance and direction and advice. And I'm going to have to get hardcore into stuff, which, hell, I'm here for it. But it will be funny to have a minion. I mean, I've got an intern at the moment. I don't know, he might apply for the job. Or if he doesn't and we manage to hire someone, then I'll have 2 minions. I'll go mad with power. Last minion I had was AZ. I hope any minions I have in my job are better behaved than AZ. That's all I'm going to say. So what am I going to do? Okay, so I'm going to do my version of this White Christmas. So I'm going to do white rum, coffee liqueur, my sugar syrup, and cream. I feel like I need to rinse out the shaker again because making creamy cocktails makes the shaker dirty. Dirty, dirty shaker. The dirty girl. Hey, Dr. Jones. Nutmeg, you realize across the Pacific's only cocktail I dust. Brandy Alexander, I will dust. There's a few. Oh no, Strictly Sega, I'm on the same money. That was the whole thing. There were a few jobs I could have applied for. One was less money, and it's like, I'm not going fucking backwards. So I don't think my pay is going to change. It'll just be like the same. So Justin, you'll need to consider. I don't know that the US job market's very good. Yeah, no, Dr. Jones, I got what you were saying with nutmeg. Brandy Alexander, I absolutely put nutmeg on. And there's a few. There's a couple of tropical drinks I'll put nutmeg on. Thank you. High-fiving, Strictly Sega. High five the screen. Soviet Russia. Job finds you. Yes, job in salt mines. Job in Siberian death camp. Fucking nightmare. I mean, I did supervise AD. I can tell you. My God, he was a handful. I mean, obviously he was great. He was really good to work with. But there would be times when he would require a bit of managing, quite honestly. He's in a mood. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quickly go out and rinse my shaker. And I'm going to make this third one, and then I'm not going to make any more videos tonight. I'm just going to sit and chill. God, we're almost an hour in, though. Jeez, I've been futzing it out, haven't I? All right. So just give me a minute. Couple of minutes. Probably no more than 2. Oh, wait, I've got to get ice too. Okay, so got to get ice. Take my little ice bucket inside it and my glass because I want to rinse that and reuse it. All right, back real soon. Alrighty, I got my bits and bobs, as they say. Things I had to do. Things that make you go, Things that make you go, Oofed. Okay. I know. AD in a workplace would be an HR nightmare. That's actually really accurate. If you speak out against Putin in Soviet Russia, suicide does you. Okay, so I'm going to do the White Christmas. Where is it? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know. Okay, ready to rock and roll. Got to get coffee liqueur, and that's all I need. So, Strictly Sega, you watched a movie called Joshua, like a Western John Wick. I suppose revenge films have always been very big. Oh, God. If you have autism spectrum disorder, you should work for Australian Signals Directorate. Yeah, it depends how it manifests in you. But if you like repetitive focus work, which some people on the spectrum do, there would definitely be work for you in the ASD, actually. Right. Time to get organized. Bring this around here. Oh, goodness me. Bring this around here. Get ready, because here I come now. Okay, so we'll put Advocaat out of the way because we're not using it anymore. I am using the cream, not using the sherry, not using the whiskey. Go back on the whiskey shelf. You don't have a home yet, do you? I guess you're going in the mysterious cupboard of mystery. And I'll get the coffee and whiskey out. Come now. Right, blasphemy. Alright, so we got blasphemy. We got white rum. We got cream. What else are we making with this? My syrup. Put some ice in this glass to chill it. Alright. Put this over there. That over there so it's out of shot. A little bit of movie magic. Okay. Okay, that's a real dank mess over here. We want rum. We want coffee liqueur. All right, I'm gonna make this. Do the making bit. Making bacon. 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. That's 6 degrees, isn't it? Fucking hell, come on, get it together. Switch on, damn it. Okie dokie. Let's go then. Alright, do the cream first. What is it? 1 ounce of cream. Okay. Oh, Wait, that's going. What am I doing? Jesus. Okay. 2 ounces of this. And okie doke. Oh wow. Made a friggin' mess then. Got splashback from my cocktail. Okay. Let's do this. Fucking record it, you dickhead. Make the same mistake twice. Smells good. Smells real good. Look at that wash line. That's looking classy. This one deserves nutmeg as well. Fresh nutmeg, 'cause I'm very classy. All right. Now, if you put those up. Okay, put this down. Okay, that's ready. It's ready. Time for our third creamy Christmas cocktail. And incidentally, the inspiration for all of these recipes came from the Difford's Guide website. I adapted them quite a bit. And this third one is actually a Simon Difford recipe that I'm adapting. Admittedly, I'm adapting it a bit. He calls it a White Christmas. And it was intended to be a Christmassy cocktail that was inspired by a White Russian. So you might guess he says use vodka as the base. And if you know me at all, you'll know hell no, I am not using vodka. I will be using white rum. He also says to shake this with a little bit of what the Brits call mincemeat, which is a very weird affectation. It's actually from a fruit mince pie. So it's ground up fruit that's been spiced with all those great Christmas spices. For some reason, a lot of people in England call it minced meat when it's minced fruit. I don't get it. I'm also not going to do that because I don't really have any handy. But for me, the Christmassy flavors are going to come from my spiced brown apple sugar syrup. That's got all the great Christmassy flavors: cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, cloves, and a few others. And he also said to use ginger syrup to get it a sort of ginger snap, ginger pudding thing. So mine won't have ginger flavor in it, but I think it's going to be very Christmassy. This one has cream, and like the others, I'm going to be putting the cream in the jigger first, so all the other ingredients will wash the cream out, so they'll look weird in the video because they'll be all creamy. But here's how I made it. G'day cocktail lovers, this creamy Christmas cocktail creation is called a White Christmas, loosely inspired by a White Russian with Christmas themes, and taste-wise, oh, it is really good. I think you might like this one if you like a White Russian. It's got a bit more going on, but here's how we made it. In a shaker, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of cream. Add to that 2 ounces or 60 mils of white rum. Then half an ounce or 15 mils of coffee liqueur. And finally, half an ounce or 15 mils of spiced brown sugar syrup. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for at least 15 to 20 seconds to make sure the cream's really blended with the other ingredients, and then strain that into a chilled Nicanora glass, and a nice touch is some fresh grated nutmeg on top. Just the light coffee notes in this give this a nice bit of depth. I recommend you try it. A White Christmas. There's my Christmas creamy cocktail creation roundup. This one I quite like. Just putting that little bit of the coffee liqueur in just gives it a little bit of depth. I mean, obviously, if you really like coffee, go to town. As I said, I adapted these recipes. You should absolutely adapt recipes to suit your taste. I like how these came out and how the others came out. And I hope whenever you're watching this, you're looking after yourself, having a good time, taking care. And I do hope to see you again sometime soon. Until then, I will say cheers. All right. I feel sweaty. Why do I feel sweaty? It's not that hot in here. Stressing myself. Anyway, I'm going to sit down and fucking chill out, for God's sake. For God's sake, man. All right. Baby, that's the way you want. All right, bring the chair in. Bring the chair in. Oh, looks a fucking lordy. And fuck, no, I'm not staying up for a meteor shower at 2 a.m. It's probably cloudy anyway. I don't think I missed Dr. Jones saying goodnight. There you go. Oof. Supporting communism by drinking Tsingtao. Chinese, yeah? That's fucking nice. I gotta decide what I'm going to do. Just that little bit of coffee bite comes back at the end. Not too much. Because I actually don't like coffee. But a little bit of that flavor. Well, that's very old school. The vodka from Russia. Very hard to get with the sanctions now. You don't really get Russian vodka. Not that a lot of vodka was from Russia anyway. It's from other parts of Eastern Europe or Australia, Oh, man. That does have a little coffee bite in it. It's not bad. Yeah, geez, Safa. You're going to be in a re-education camp. Get around saying China's fake communism. They do that shit. They're old school Stalinist like that, putting people in re-education camps. It's a bad time if you criticize the Chinese Communist Party. They really should be criticized. They fucking suck. Okay, so let me try. Yeah, that's right. I had 2 shots of fucking rum in here. Tell you what, though, I might make an old fashioned with the Christmas brandy. That shit is so good. So good. Well, they had a complex relationship, I think, Safa, because they did definitely bond. You will get shared Chinese Soviet propaganda. In fact, look, I'll find you some. Chinese Soviet propaganda art. Oh yeah, okay. No, I'll show you this article. This is hilarious. So yeah, look at this. Where are we? Chinese Soviet propaganda posters are basically beautiful couples on gaycation. They really look very happy together, is all I'm saying. No, those are it. Yep. Ship these guys. Hello, sailor. Oh, and look at the Venn diagram. Nice. They're definitely on gaycation together. Yep, that's that. They have a close bond, closer than communism. And these guys even have a family, which is really nice. Yeah, look at these guys. They've got a fruit farm together. They're happy. That's great. These guys are just victory together. The welders, they're so happy. Those are the happiest welders I've ever seen. And they dress the same. They're the sort of couple who dresses the same. See? So there was camaraderie with Soviets and China, for a while at least. Yes, bros before capitalist pigs. It is phenomenal how gay those propaganda posters look, though. In the most wholesome way. Just sort of, yes, Soviet same-sex marriages. Which I think they were actually really repressive about. Man, that was pretty fucking good. All right, Jesus Christ, that's enough creamy things. I should make something really boozy. Oofed. Which would involve me going out and getting some more ice, actually. So Strictly Sega, you know a Korean-Russian singer called Kino. Pretty cool music. Oh, not just modern. Oh, modern Russia is probably actually far worse than Soviet Russia with the gay hate. Well, I think you probably would have upset the Soviet propagandists by saying, dude, they look super gay in the most wholesome way imaginable. I don't think the Soviets were renowned for being tolerant of gays. Not as bad as Putin's Russia, though. Or not as bad as current Chinese Communist Party either. Not great people, is what I'm saying. That's my edgy take. Stalin, Putin, Mao, modern Chinese Communist Party, not great people. I'm being real edgy there. I'm an edgelord. Just saying that awful, murderous totalitarians are not great. Because, I don't care, man. I'm not scared. I'll say it. Murderous totalitarians, not good. You know what? I'm going to get a thing. I'm going to get this off ice while I think of it. There's a couple of things that belong in the fridge. I might take them out there. Cream, definitely. Man, I hardly used any of it. I'm going to make some more eggnog. Maybe. Yeah. I want to age eggnog for a year. I'll make a fresh batch and age it for a year. And make it really exotic flavors. All right. This won't take long. Not much more than 60 seconds. Look out, baby, 'cause here I come. Get ready. All right. Alrighty. I'm gonna quickly make an old Christmas old-fashioned. Get my Christmas brandy, which just fucking kicks ass. It's such a good drink. Alright. And the sugar syrup's really good. Let's put a little bit of that in. That. Yeah. Ba-ba. And Christmas brandy. Shazam, y'all. Captain Marvel Jones is the Southern Superman. And just a little bit extra of this creamy drink. Oh man, a bit of clean. Oh, now, you know what? I'm going to put this exotic tiki bitters in here. Just a little bit. And maybe a dash of whiskey bitters on the other side. Watching all them. I don't have a fucking skewer. Goddamn idiot. Alright, I'm going to have to get one. Yeah, no, Shazam 2 did suck. Shazam 1 was okay. Shazam 2 did suck. Right. And my hands are sticky. I'm going to wash my hands and grab a skewer. Oh, goodness me. But yes, that weird song I was singing is a weird novelty song from the 60s or 70s called Captain Marvel Jones. Sorry, who killed Dieter Brummer? I guess I didn't hate Black Adam, but there was something missing, something in it that didn't quite work. I wasn't really engaged with it. Dieter Brummer was the bad guy in Shazam 2. I have to rewatch that. The guy from Home and Away, yeah? Oh no, I accidentally got 2 cherries. Dieter Brummer was the principal in the Drew Carey Show. Yeah, Safi, you're better off not watching the movie, honestly. Oh, well. I have trouble getting worked up about Shazam 2. Watching all them bad guys. I actually think that weird song that's now stuck in my head about Captain Marvel Jones was actually on an album of novelty songs about comic books. Oh my god, that's the fucking best. Okay. Now I'm just going to see, because I feel like I looked this up once. Captain Marvel Jones song. Super Dupers. Yes, okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to get Super Dupers. Super Record of Superheroes by the Super Dupers. Okay, it's from 1966. And it's got a Batman and Robin song, Phantom, Shadow, Flash Gordon, Tarzan, Captain Marvel Jones, Mickey Mouse, and the Green Hornet. Wonder if it's the Batman and Robin song I know. That whole thing. But yeah, you can actually get that track on YouTube. Someone's put the audio on YouTube. It's very fucking weird. Captain Marvel. Yes, that's the true Super Dupers, Safa. The frozen stick ice block. Super Dupers with a Z. Oh my god, that is so fucking yummy. It's unbelievable. Yum. Oh man, all those Christmassy spices. That's like Christmas pud. That's a liquid Christmas pud. And it is so yummy. I'm just fucking really into it. It's a good thing. I don't think I've got any meetings tomorrow. Went into, as I meant, I don't normally go into. See, I was right. Dieter Brummer is from Home and Away. You confused me. Dietrich Bader, yes, was from the New Cherry. Bit of pud. Is that an Auntie Donna reference, Safa? Those fucking weird sketches they did about pud. Always remember some pud. Room for some pud. Christmas pud. The next door neighbor from Office Space. Yes, no, Dietrich Bader. I remember him most from Drew Carey. I loved the Drew Carey show. But yes, you absolutely threw me when you put that. That's like some Freudian slip saying Dieter Brummer, Home and Away star. I'm sure he was Home and Away. He's almost exactly my age. There you go. Me and Dietrich Bader are homies. We're about the same age. Oh shit, he fucking died. He was 10 years younger than me and he died in 2021. Well, fuck. What happened to Dieter Brummer? Oh, yeah, everything was too much for him. Dang. I'd forgotten that. Yeah, no, Dieter Brummer died in 2021. I had forgotten that. I never really watched Home and Away either, but I mean, he was really big in the 90s. Dieter Brummer. Such a fucking German name. Oof, only 45. That's depressing. So, also, Andre Brauer, however you pronounce his name, dying this week. That was sad. I try not to get attached to celebrity deaths because parasocial relationships are weird and I try not to do it. But I feel like one of the reasons I do feel a bit sad about Andre Brauer is because he's a good actor and he's just a bit close to my age, and to suddenly die, it's just like a reminder. Yeah, man, you could fucking die at any second, and that's not something I like to think about a lot, really. But I am at the age where I think about it a lot. Like, yeah, man, you could fucking die at any moment. Dirty Player on Twitch. How you doing? I always feel like I don't recognize your name. Welcome. Thank you for just dropping in to say hello. I use a thing called StreamYard to multi-stream to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook all at the same time. Most people watch me on YouTube. Some people watch me on Twitch. Occasionally people watch me on Facebook. Been a while since you've stopped in. Oh, thank you for stopping in again. I've been well. I've been making Christmas drinks tonight, which is a little bit early, but I was recording videos for my cocktail channel, and I try to be ahead of time. I like edit them in the next couple of days, and they'll go up in a week or so. But broadly, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. Oh yeah, MCA from the Beastie Boys. Fuck cancer. Yeah, it's sucky when people die too young, and then people like Henry Kissinger hang around far too long. At least he's finally dead. But holy fuck, was it his deal with Satan that kept him alive for so long? Consecrating the blood of the millions of dead for Satan kept him alive? Oh my god, what a fucking abomination he was. So, Dirty Player, you wandered in while I'm being a bit maudlin, talking about people dying. Yeah, fucking Kissinger lasted till 100. The only way there'd be in any justice is if he was in horrible pain for the last like 30 years of his life, which is distinctly possible. I'm old enough to just, I can't get up off the lounge without making a noise. It's like, how old are you? I can't get up off the lounge without making sound effects years old. Like, get up going, ah. So, yeah, Dirty Player, what a time to stop in. I'll try and cheer up. We just got on to dead people. Justin, what I want is quality of life. I, the idea of being decrepit and senile is not great, but man, dying's also not great. Ah, is that the age thing with the joints, the snack, crackle, pop? I can, yeah. It's kind of like I had to go to the physio because I fucked my shoulder up. And what did you do to fuck your shoulder up? Oh, I slept like this. I just caused myself immense pain by sleeping. That's how fucking old I am. I just friggin' own it, basically. I find it's weird when people. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I only just stopped dyeing my hair a couple of years ago. Justin, anything's possible. Aging and whatnot, and life expectancy keeps going up and up. It's distinctly possible there is someone alive now who will live to be 200. It's not a done deal, but it's possible. It's the weirdest thing, like whenever you like you always get these stories about the oldest person in the world, because no one's the oldest person in the world for long. They tend to have the title for a couple of years at most before they die because they're really fucking old. But when you read these stories about, 123 years old, this French lady, and she outlived her grandchildren. Like the longevity didn't continue. All of her children and most of her grandchildren are dead. That's fucked. That is fucked up. Dirty Player. Look, honestly, dude, I'm not always philosophical enough to embrace it, but you are right. Embrace it. And strictly take that's the big thing about death. People are obsessed. What happens after you die? Well, what happened before you were born? There are mysteries. And I do feel like there are some mysteries that may be beyond science. Science may never actually understand consciousness. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Consciousness is just incredible. It's wild. So, Heine, Taj Mahal lived to late 80s, if you recall. Yeah, but also, there are, like, we think, when you think about average life expectancy in previous ages being low, that's just because infant mortality was a thing. People who lived past 40 tended to live past 80. Dirty Play, you say there's a lot of unanswered questions. Well, and I think that's a natural human thing. Look, honestly, I don't want to be a complete nihilist, but I actually don't believe in an afterlife or reincarnation or anything like that. I believe, is there a purpose to life? I don't know. Maybe not. But how about we just put our best effort into making life better for as many people as possible while we're here? That's my take. So, Justin, there's been tests done on mice I know, but also, dude, you've got to beware of hype. It's kind of funny. There are a lot of billionaires pouring a lot of money into anti-aging stuff because they want to live forever. Dude, it might fucking work. It legit might work. Because I think what people really want is a robust life. You don't want to have life just extend and extend and extend and just to be weak and helpless and in pain. Oh yeah, see, strictly Sega, the list of ridiculous fucking hype just goes on and on. Like our current hype cycle is absolutely AI, and there is just truckloads of bullshit around AI, just hype and outright scammery. Mind you, a lot of these like large language models and image generators and whatnot just do freakish things, just do incredible things. But I think the whole AI thing is way more hype than reality. Strict Sega, you almost made me choke on my drink. I'd give my left nut for my right eye back. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, my one thing about, dying, ceasing to exist, is not knowing what comes next. Because I'm honestly more of an optimist than a pessimist. And I think humans are going to do amazing things. And not knowing what comes next is a bit of a bummer for me. AI scares the hell out. Yeah, depending what you're looking at, there are elements of it that are very freaky. But here's the thing: the whole sort of Skynet's going to kill us all is bullshit. It's magical thinking. It's unscientific. There is no basis for it. And I'll throw in the disclaimer: people way smarter than me by almost any measure believe something like the singularity will happen, self-aware AI. But it's horoscopes for tech bros, quite honestly. It's something they want to believe in. There's no evidence for it. There's no science behind it. There's no clear method of how to get to self-aware AI, genuine, artificial general intelligence. There's just this magical thinking that it will happen. Fuck knows, maybe it will, but it's important to note that that's not scientific. That's magical thinking. As a singularity is the rapture of the nerds. The whole AI hype thing, I mean it. It's horoscope for tech bros. It's not objective. It's not evidence based. It's not scientific. It's belief and hype and finding meaning in stuff. Declining birth rate. Well, honestly, it also people living for longer, for centuries, might, in one sense, be a cure for the short-term thinking of capitalism that seems to be dooming us to destruction. Like if the capitalists thought they would literally still be here in 200 years, they might take climate change a bit more fucking seriously. Well, again, Justin, I mean, that's pure fantasy. And I love indulging fantasy. Be a new face, new personality. Like the Doctor, each incarnation of the Doctor is a different person. And I find that whole thing like, the previous version of the Doctor no longer exists. Ooh, Heine, you got some new discs, Blazing Saddles, Highlander, Jimi Hendrix. That is an interesting haul, honestly. Highlander's a crack up. Okay, just randomly, we've brought up Highlander. Okay, so the short version of the Highlander, there are these immortals or near immortals who go into combat with one another because the idea is ultimately there can be only one. They need to kill each other in combat. And if they're not straight up killed, they will heal from almost anything. And you have to cut their head off. To kill a Highlander, you have to cut their head off. And there's one bit, like, all the Highlanders are relatively honorable or whatnot, but there's one bad guy who's a jerk. And at one point in the original Highlander movie, he's driving a car with a woman who's like the love interest of another Highlander who he's trying to fuck with. And he's acting like he's going to cause an accident or whatnot. And it's like, okay, point the first, Highlanders feel pain. And if he gets in a serious accident, it will be like horrific and painful and awful. But also, people get fucking decapitated in car accidents. Jane Mansfield famously. So that one bit where that guy's acting like, whoa, I'm just going to do crazy shit, causing an accident. It's like, I feel like if you were a Highlander who had the potential to be near immortal, rather than being absolutely cavalier and taking stupid risks, I argue you might actually get really fucking paranoid and just worried that a random accident would decapitate you, because people get decapitated in accidents. And the idea that your near immortal existence could be cut short by an accident would fuck with your head. And I think the longer you were alive, and many of the Highlanders were alive for centuries or even millennia, the longer you're around, I think the more that would fuck with your head and the more you would get paranoid and cautious. So Tricky say you've got Jimi Hendrix Experience at Monterey, released in 2007. Okay. Oh, see, yes. Vic Morrow got fucking decapitated by a helicopter on the set of the Twilight Zone movie. But that's the thing. I reckon, you don't want to engage your brain while watching Highlander. If you just switch your brain off and enjoy the fun, trippy stuff, it's good. But if you think about the structure of it, it doesn't make sense. Like you would not be really cavalier as a Highlander because you have so much more to lose. Like, okay, any of us, you and I, don't necessarily want to die, and so risking a fatal accident is not a particularly sensible thing to do. But if you're a Highlander who has lived for centuries and could live for centuries more, why the fuck would you be cavalier and stupid and invite the sort of accident that could decapitate and therefore kill you? So I reckon the Highlanders would be the opposite of the movie. They wouldn't be the, I don't care, it's all daring do and whatnot, because you just get hyper fucking cautious and paranoid because you could be in an accident that decapitates you. So Justin, if we had the ability to regenerate, well, that's the whole thing. Honey, you have a relative who's decapitated. There you go. Oof. See, it happens. That's a really full-on one. But yeah. Also, I'm also going to throw in, because as the Highlanders feel pain and whatnot, so you don't want to be cavalier and whatnot. You will occasionally see something where it's like someone's superpower is they don't feel pain, and that's a terrible superpower, because pain has a purpose. Pain tells you you're being injured. Again, chronic pain, and there's a whole bunch of things where your brain and nerves aren't working right. But generally speaking, pain is protecting you and stopping you from doing permanent damage. So the idea of not being able to feel pain being a good thing is terrible. Hannah, decapitations. Yes, they're awful. Oof. So you glance back. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. See, that's really fucking nightmarish. Dirty player, you had a near miss. 28 fractures. Oofed. Yeah, cars are dangerous as hell, man. They really are. Cavalier, I'm one of those people. I don't know that everyone has these thoughts, but I know I have these thoughts. Even just driving on a highway, and this is from when I was young, it's very hard to avoid the feeling like, this is ridiculous. I'm hurtling along. So if I'm going 100 plus kilometers an hour and the person coming towards me is going 100 plus kilometers an hour, in terms of force impact, that's like hitting a wall at over 200 kilometers an hour. And I'm literally doing that, just that tiny thing, doing that results in my body feeling the force of coming to a dead stop from 200 kilometers an hour. It's fucked up. Pain's not caused by injury. Psychological response, don't touch me, I'm healing. Well, it's your body warning you that you're in danger. I like that. Is 28 fractures a near miss or an unsuccessful death? Yeah. So, yeah. But I mean, I've had that weird thought from, before I was 20 when I was driving down the highway, just going like that. The tiniest movement doesn't just mean an accident. That means hitting something at the equivalent of hitting a brick wall at over 200 kilometers an hour. It's just fucked. And that's actually a fun one, Safa. Exits off freeways. People misjudge them all the time. I nearly had an accident coming off one once because I was actually exceeding the speed limit. This is on the Ring Road out west. And that's my exit. And I had accelerated because I wasn't in the exit lane. I accelerated to get ahead of someone and then cut in. And then I went off the exit and there was a lot of cars stopped and I went, fuck. And I braked really hard. And I reckon I stopped this far from the car in front of me. It's fucking wild. Dirty player. You question whether you were lucky. Oof. Yeah, no, pain from that many fractures would be not great, definitely. Oh, okay. You know what, Hannah? It's just horrible. Highway accidents are the worst. So it's like ambos and paramedics in urban areas, they get called out way more often, but broadly the things they're called out for are less extreme. Like even fatalities in urban areas, even on freeways, are less full on and extreme than country areas. Ambos and paramedics in country areas get called out less often, but there's a greater chance that the thing they get called out for is more extreme, because on country roads people are going faster. Because my brother's a paramedic in a country town and they get some full on shit. And you're right, Strictly Sega. Kind of got dark for something that just started out with Christmas cocktails. But yeah, I guess that's the thing. Have a little bit of sody water before bedtime. Cleanse my palate. Oh yeah, no, motorbikes. Any sort of ambo or paramedic will just go, don't ride a motorbike. Motorbike accidents are horrific. Yeah, you know what? You reminded me of Hannah, where they were talking about the motorcyclist disintegrating. Okay. This is one that happened in Bathurst when I was at uni there. Some youth was like in a Volvo and through the town was going at some ridiculous speed, like 120 kilometers an hour down the main street of town. And he got to the end of and it was the end of the street and there was a 90-degree corner and he hadn't slowed down at all and suddenly realized he hit the end of the street. And I probably just hooked the steering wheel really hard. And at 100 kilometers an hour, what that did was flip the car. It like skidded, hit the gutter, flipped, and got airborne and hit a fucking tree about 2 meters up in the air and just disintegrated. And yeah, there was not a lot to bury, is what I'm saying. And I remember that because someone I knew from Bathurst, when they read this story of this idiot crashing the car in town at 100 kilometers an hour and hitting this tree and just disintegrating in their Volvo, this friend of mine went, and they say Volvos are safe. It's just like, what the fuck? Okay, so festive. Who's more festive, the Grinch or Scrooge? You'd argue the Grinch because he learns to love Christmas. Scrooge just learns he's being a dick and should stop. Yeah, no, that's a good call, Hannah, because the Grinch gets very pro Christmas, and Scrooge is just maybe I should be less of a piece of shit. I've been a passenger on a big motorcycle with a friend who's a real motorcyclist. And I've ridden very little, like a Honda 50 or something. Yeah, see, Dirty Player, the Grinch. Because the Grinch ends up loving Christmas and loving all the Who's in Whoville. And yeah, fucking Scrooge just thinks, oh, maybe I've been a piece of shit. And Scrooge is just, I'll be less of a piece of shit. But he doesn't love Christmas. He's just like, oh, I'll just be less a piece of shit. So I think the Grinch is more Christmassy, definitely. Yeah, no, that was a Volvo. No, apparently it was a nightmare for the ambos and paramedics who attended. It was just the worst. And I swear to God, okay, the Triple O's, they are the shock troops of society. Ambulance people, paramedics, nurses, people who work in the emergency ward at hospitals, they are the fucking shock troops of society. They just deal with the worst. And I say this as, an ex of mine was a nurse. They just go through stuff that the rest of us could not fucking deal with. And yes, Suffer, we should slow the heck down. We should stop being dickheads. I swear, because us in the general population being dickheads fuck things up for people. Ooh, okay, good call. Dirty Player. We've got some real movie buffs on the stream, actually. Top 3 Christmas movies. Nightmare Before Christmas is the first one. I love that movie. Do I actually like any Christmas movies? We can go in the whole, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? But yes, okay. Is there besides Nightmare Before Christmas, is there a movie about Christmas as opposed to just a movie that happens at Christmas that I like? I'm going to let other people do it. So Hannah's going for The Grinch, Home Alone, Santa Claus. Actually, there are various versions of The Grinch that are good. And you're saying Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. Yeah, I think there's a difference between a movie that happens at Christmas and a movie that's about Christmas. Nice! Dirty Player, we're best friends. Nightmare Before Christmas. I love that movie. I think that's a genuinely good movie. The animation is beautiful, but the story is fucking great. Suffrets. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Yes. Oh, yeah, no, Nightmare Before Christmas is such a well-made movie. It's beautiful animation. The songs are good. The songs are really good. And the story's great. And it's because it just plays with that whole idea of festivals, holidays, all that sort of thing. And it's almost like it's almost a pagan thing in that belief makes things real. Hannah, tell people to fuck off to your boss in the spirit. Okay, I've literally never watched Love Actually. Everyone talks about Love Actually. I've never watched it. What Heine's saying? Laserdiscs are two-sided? There you go. Okay. Your second and third National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Home Alone. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for other people to fucking remind me of Christmas movies. See if there's one I really like. I mean, there's probably a version of A Christmas Carol I like. What's the one with Danny DeVito and the Christmas lights? Okay, that's an open question because I don't. Oh, is that Jingle All the Way or is that another movie? Oh, that's a class. Oh, holy crap, Dirty Player. That's a classic. Miracle on 34th Street. James Stewart. That's incredible. That is an amazing movie. It's a classic for a goddamn reason. So Danny DeVito's in Deck the Halls. There you go. Drinking a bit more 30 water before bedtime. Ugh. Oh, that's right. That the theme of that is competing to have the most lights and go to war. Mind you, there are some people, particularly in the States, who do go extremely over the top with the Christmas decorations. Here's a fun thing about Dubbo. Dubbo, certain areas of Dubbo became renowned for really over the top Christmas light displays. People come from ways around to see it. I don't know if that's still a thing. It was not a thing in the deep, dark past where I were a youth in Dubbo. It happened after I left Dubbo that Dubbo became a centre of Christmas lights. Don't know where in Melbourne has the most over-the-top Christmas lights. Yes, Jingle All the Way is Arnie trying to get his kid a toy. Dirty Player, you're on a private beach. God damn. Nice. Okay, if you ever get the opportunity, okay, Dirty Player, I won't commit you to anything, but I'll just post the link to my geez, fuck off Discord. All these things trying to, hey, why don't you pay more money? All right. If you feel so disposed, Dirty Player, that's the link to my Discord. If you're able to post any pictures or videos of Christmas lights, I'm fucking bang up for it. Hannah, the street in Brizzy. Yeah, no, and it's weird. Dubbo got famous for it. It's Cobalt Street in Capera. Okay. And yes, after probably party night tomorrow. I'm going to make AIDSy drinks tomorrow. Tonight was making Christmas drinks to go live on my channel in about a week. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do the AIDSy drinks to go live the week after that or days after that. Oh my God. The technology with the light sometimes. I saw someone had this thing and it was for a Halloween display where everything was computer controlled and linked to music. And it was Halloween stuff. And it was not just lights. There were also flamethrowers. It was pretty wild. But yeah, the technology behind lights now is freaking amazing. Okay, so there's one near you. Hook up the radio in a car. Okay. You know what? Now I'm just looking. I'm going to go Melbourne Christmas lights tour. Where do you go in Melbourne? The ultimate guide to Melbourne's best Christmas lights. Okay, I'm going to share the screen for this and just see what they say. Oh yeah, no. Again, no pressure, dirty player. But if you remember and you're able to drop Christmas light pictures or videos, I fucking love that shit, man. Justin, I think it's the 30th of December. So I want these videos to be live before the 30th of December. I love it. Safra asked, is the north side the cool side? And he goes, well, it's a side. Well, thanks, Rick. So, okay, I'm just going to share this before going to bed. Okay, so this is an article. Best Christmas lights. State Library. Town Hall does it too. Yeah, Town Hall does really good projections. Giant reindeer. Okay. That looks very pagan, quite honestly. Evan Walker Bridge. Oh, yeah, the footbridge. That's quite nice. Christmas roller rink. What is this shit? Christmas Square. Oh, Fed Square. Fed Square is pretty fucking colourful at night at the moment. Hidden laneway decorations. Christmas River Show at South Bank. No, okay, that's not what I wanted. I wanted suburbs where just ordinary people were doing it. So dirty. It took a hit in the accident. Look, again, no fucking judgment, man. Like, if you remember to post stuff, that's good. And even just dropping in and saying hello and shit, it's good. Oh, yeah, no, we're just doing it is. Oh my God, actually, what trips me out is in the last couple, I think 3 times in the last month, someone has learned for the first time that he died. Like, I've just said something really cavalier on a stream and someone's gone, really? I didn't know he was dead. And I was like, oh, sorry for dropping it on you in a really insensitive and cavalier way. But yeah, you know, he's been dead for a year, so I'm pretty fucking casual about it right now. But tomorrow night, we make the Code Grey, a version of a espresso martini inspired by the way AIDSy had coffee, and the Devil's Sazerac, informed by AIDSy's connections to black magic or chaos magic. The Devil's Sazerac is basically just going to be a Sazerac. And for those who don't know, Sazerac is basically a New Orleans old-fashioned. It can be cognac, because New Orleans, French Quarter, so it's not brandy, it's cognac. So it can be cognac, can be rye whiskey, can be a split. That's the most popular way to have it in Melbourne, to have a split. Um, and with an absinthe rinse in the glass, and use Peyshaw's bitters instead of Angostura bitters. So the Devil's Sazerac is going to be cognac, whiskey, Peyshaw's bitters, and rather than an absinthe rinse, because Aidsy also liked um, peated whiskey, so it's going to be those things, and then a float of peated whiskey and a float of absinthe on top of that, and that's going to be set on fire, and that will be the Devil's Sazerac. I think that was Mrs. Angry saying, "Going to bed." So that means I'm going to. Oh, there. And for those with short memories, I accidentally got two cherries tonight. I show you. Also, the Devil's Sazerac will definitely have a cherry on it. Mm. I think I've got some Skull ice in the freezer. Mm. And that would be a whole thing with a float with a skull above it and set it on fire with a skull sitting in flame. I'm going to try and get that right tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, thank you for sharing the Cobalt House. Oh, Hannah, you just joined as well. I didn't know you weren't on the thing. So hi to Dirty Player. Hi to Hannah. And oh, is that Get on the Beer? Okay, okay. I'm not going to play it now because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But you got to go on the Discord and get the Get on the Beers synced Christmas lights. Fucking awesome, really good. So you'll take care. I will be back for party night tomorrow night. We'll be doing AZ drinks tomorrow night in honor of the man. I'm getting a red because I want them on my cocktail channel before the 30th of December. So I've got to get them done so I can edit them and have them live because I'm like a week or two ahead on my cocktail channel. So you'll take care. If you're around tomorrow night, I'll see you for party night tomorrow night.